don't say. How are we doing today? I'm just sitting here with the boss lady discussing whether or not I need to be buying fewer knives and more chew toys. Doesn't help that I came in the house today with this. I was at Canadian Tire, which, you know, up here in Canada, we have a Canadian Tire. Used to be a really great store. When I was young, if they sold lingerie, you wouldn't have to go anywhere else but Canadian Tire to buy stuff. But we're a much softer, gentler Canada these days, so they really don't have much there. But I did find this little buck tin. Somebody wasn't impressed that it was a buck tin and not a chew toy. So anyway, I thought I'd pick it up. It was on sale for $44 plus tax, probably 5 or 6 carbon taxes, whatever else Trudeau could throw on there. But anyway, I picked it up and I was kind of impressed, so I thought I'd do a video on it. So hang tight. And we're back. I apologize off the bat. I don't have the best setup in the world for doing this stuff. I get some gear on the way, hopefully next week, but for now, this is what I got. So bear with me, please. Anyways, as I was saying, I stopped in a Canadian Tire earlier today, and I just happened when I was there. I said, well, let's check out what they got for knives. They usually don't have much, but I got a nice Victorinox electrician's knife there the other day, so I said, I'll have a look. Anyway, I had this little buck tin. And inside of that, they had these 2 knives. Now, it was the little toothpick that caught my attention right off the bat. And I really couldn't get a good look at the other knife. But I picked it up anyways, and I'm going to say I was kind of impressed. So it turns out it's a buck 385 tiny toothpick and a buck 125 modern flipper. I didn't even realize it was a modern flipper when I picked it up. I just figured it was going to be your standard slip joint buck or whatever. But anyway, let's have a look-see. Let's fight to get that out of there. So there's your toothpick. You can see you've got the buck on the shield. And you got what's listed as black Pakkawood handle scales. I don't know how black that is. It looks mostly gray to me, but anyway. And it's a bare head, so we've only got the one Nickle-Silver Bolster. It's a drop point California type blade made of 3CR 13 MOV stainless steel. It's 3 inches closed. The blade is 2 5/8 inches with about a 2-inch cutting surface. And the whole thing weighs about 1.1 ounces. It's got no half stop, which seems common with these little fellas, but it's got a nice snap on the close. The grind on the blade is fairly good and fairly consistent on both sides. Get your nail nick pull. Comes out fairly sharp. And you can compare that to this Frost Doghead. They're roughly about the same size, same design. The quality on the buck, of course, is a lot better. The alignment of the blade is pretty good. It's a little bit to the back side, but it's fairly solid on the lockup. The pins in the shield, a little bit of a hot spot on that pin, but with such a small handle, I think you're going to get that. A little bit of a hot spot there. So that's the little fella. So the flipper has got the black Pakkawood handles again. It's 4 inches closed. The blade is advertised as 3 5/8 inches, but when I measured it, it was closer to 3 3/8. And it has an exact 3-inch cutting surface. Okay. It's got a single-sided, right-only tip-down pocket clip that is removable. All of the screws you see right there are all T6s. If you look underneath in here is, we've got a T8 in there. Okay. You've got thumb studs on both sides. It's a liner lock. And if you look inside there, if I can get some light in there, you've got a detent ball right inside there. It's got a fairly good detent. You can't, give it a little tug there and it'll come out, but certainly not flying out on its own. Nice action on the flip. Not quite drop shutty, but as I've said before, I don't like that. I like things to be a little bit more solid on the close. Okay. The blade alignment is pretty good. With the clip there, I mean, it's a deep carry clip, but it's really, really hard to get a reverse flick on it. But the thumb flick is really good. The scales, they're a little bit smooth, but I think they got good traction on them. The blade grind is fairly even across and consistent with both sides. I can get some light on it there. It's a hollow ground. Good and sharp out of the package. I'll give it a little test here. I didn't need that anyway. I guess I was pleased with this. It's not quite what I expected. The clip, I've had it off. You can take it off. You'll see the 2 little holes there, but if you don't like the clip, take it off. I may do that myself. But I think it's going to be a nice little carry. It's good and strong on the lockup. There's no upwards or sideways movement. Really, not much I can complain about on this. It's not your traditional buck, but I think that's a nice everyday carry. It fits nice in the 5th pocket. Disappears, it clips, nice deep carry clip. You don't really, doesn't bother in the hand at all. I don't feel it any way that I grip it. A little jimping here might be nice, but overall, I like it. I was impressed. It's not what I expected. Particularly getting 2 knives in Canada for, I think it was on sale for $44. Came to almost 60 with the taxes and whatnot, but no, I was pleased. There we have it. Buck 125 and the buck 385. So, I hope you like it. The boss over there isn't impressed that it's not a chew toy, but everything can't be a chew toy. So, I hope you have a great day. If you like the video, please consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll have more content on the way. And I hope you have an awesome day. Be safe out there. Be handy. The world needs more handy right now. Take care. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? I know. More chew toys. I promise.